Y'all, so in today's video, I'm gonna just get straight to the point. We're gonna be talking about Cenat and how people begin choosing fame over their morals. And we're gonna be talking about the situation that happened at his party, in his house, with his long-term best friend, who assaulted Jovi Pena. That's her name. Jovipena. Jovipena. So in this story, I'm gonna just get straight to it. We don't really talk too much, but the basis of the story is, right, this girl, right, Jovi Pena, who wasn't really like super long-term best friends with Kai, but knew him at least for a good period of time, came out and basically shared with the internet that she was at Kai's party. Kai invited her to this party, right? Keep that in mind. He invited her to this party. They was having a good time, whatever. I guess she got turned up, she got lit, she was a little tipsy, she was drunk. And yet again, let me put this in the video. This is yet again another story where alcohol comes into play and bad things happen after people have alcohol. Like, if this doesn't convince y'all to stay away from alcohol, I don't know what does. But this is another story where alcohol is involved, and after people get drunk, bad things start to happen. Right? So basically, she was about to leave the party, but because she was so tipsy, she was drunk, Kai had suggested she go to the room upstairs, ensuring her that it was going to be safe. She could just nap for there real quick so that she don't go outside looking crazy and nothing bad will happen to her, right? He said it was going to be safe. So she goes, she takes a little nap, is resting off the liquor or whatever, right? She wakes up in the middle of the night and sees this disgusting creature on top of her. And she's shocked, she's confused. She's like, what the hell? And was literally R-wording her. And when I say I mean R-A-P-E-D. And it was so brutal that she literally bled. And after the whole situation was done, I think he said something to her, but I'm not sure what he said. But he was basically like excusing himself for doing it. Like, what the... And basically that was that. But she posted this on Instagram, I think, or Twitter, but I found it on Instagram. So I'm going to be sharing you guys her story because I feel like her story deserves to be told correctly, exactly how she told us the story. So I'm not going to go off my own words. So let me bring that up real quick. So here's what she said. She said, 1, I was invited by Cenat. When I decided to leave, he told me I'd be safer upstairs since I was drunk and nobody would bother me. Keyword, he said safe. However, after I fell asleep, since I thought I was safe due to there being security and Kai's confirmation too, however, I wasn't safe. He has a weird name, D-G-I-U-G-I, so Digi Sack, walked into the room where I was asleep and brutally R-worded me to the point where I bled. When I woke up to see him still on top of me, I called him out as a R word. Okay, yo. And he told me that I was in his bed and that's why he did what he did. What? We gonna get on that real quick. But imagine. 3, I was in shock. I texted my friend who invited, but I got no answer. AKA she called Kai and he did not answer. And I was told by the R word that he left, which I found out to later be a lie. So this creature told her that Kai had left the party. Obviously, that's his party, it's his house, why would he just leave? But that was a lie. So I guess she didn't want, so I guess what the creature thought, because I don't want to call him what he is, which is an R word, because I'm going to get demonetized, which is so stupid. But this creature basically told her that Kai was not there because I guess he was thinking, oh, if she tells him, like, you know, he can't find out. So he told her that he had left. He told me we can just keep it a secret and pretend nothing happened, but I was already traumatized by then. What? We can keep it a secret. Let's just pretend. That is so disgusting. I asked him if he at least used protection, which he then showed me a dirty condom and said yes, a Skins condom. Now I have to take medication for a month just to make sure I don't catch any STDs. As you all know, these condoms only protect you from unwanted pregnancies, not STDs, which is true. And I'm glad she's doing that because you can never be too sure. That is disgusting. 5. I spent all day crying and processing what had happened to me instead of enjoying my vacation in New York. At nighttime, I had dinner reservations, but I went to the emergency room instead as I was still in pain from what had happened to me. I believe everything that I just want to stop real quick. I believe everything that Jovi, because Kai never really addresses her by her name when he responds, which we're going to get to his dumbass response in a little bit, but he never addresses her by her name. He just calls her the girl, da-da-da-da. He doesn't address nobody. But let's call her by her name, Jovi. I don't think she's lying for a second. Why would anybody lie on Kai? Out of all people to lie on, why would people lie on Kai? He not on Kanye West. He just got in the game. He just got started. Who would want to lie on him? But let's get back to this. 6. I described what the person looked like to my friend Kai, who had invited me. And he said he didn't know the person. Keep that in mind. He said he did not know who this person was. But as we come to find out later on, this has been his friend since high school. However, after digging for a day and a half, I found the person's Instagram and that they have been friends for years. 7. It's been 5 days since the incident and I haven't been able to sleep or eat properly. I haven't been able to socialize or go to work. This is all I think about 24/7. I'm not looking for attention. All I want is the justice I deserve. I want to stop him from hurting anyone else. And this is, let me show y'all the receipts. This is literally, she had to send him literal evidence, literal proof of them in a picture together, taking a pic together just for him to admit that he even knew the guy. And so and she says she's not suing anyone, everybody could keep their money. I just want to get the justice I deserve, basically saying she just want him to pay for what he has done. He needs to be in jail. She says I'm not trying to place no blame on nobody else other than y'all can see his name right there, right over there. Doogie Sack, whatever his name is. She said, I don't believe Kai is to blame. However, he was involved, whether you agree or not, is just a fact. He's involved by defect because this took place at your house and your party. I'm not saying he's to blame for the situation, but take some accountability. He's the only person I knew at this party. And he's the one who told me to go upstairs where everything occurred. I don't need Kai for attention as I get enough of it on my own. And this wouldn't be the way I would try to get it. I wish him the best, but I will not be silenced. I will not choose to exclude him out of my story for his protection. Thank you. Period. As she should. He is involved. Whether y'all want to admit it or not. He's not to blame, but this took place at his house and I believe he should take some accountability. And I'm gonna get on that just in a little bit. She said, I'm choosing to protect myself this time and to say what happened exactly as it did. And she said, for everyone asking why I'm saying he didn't help me identify the person, it's because I sent him pictures of the person and I got no response about it until I found hard evidence. She said he didn't even respond to her as she was sending him literal proof of this guy and that this is the person who did this. Hey, can you help me identify who this person is? He did not respond until she sent hard evidence of them in a photo together. I got no response about it until I found hard evidence that they didn't get it, that they knew each other. And even then, I still didn't get a name. His attorney told me the name just yesterday, 3 days ago, after everything happened. I described to him every detail of this person, and he told me he did not know who it was. I don't care though. It's not about Kai. Like I said, this is about Doogie Sack. I'm sorry to Kai, but I'm not the one who created this mess. I'm sorry to have accused him over text of knowing what happened to me, since that's just an assumption on my part, even though I have been shown absolutely no sympathy from his side, which I agree with. We're going to get on that in a little bit. I didn't even know she said this. I sympathize with him. However, I will never defend a R word. I don't care if they're my family. I just want to start off by saying this. I feel for this girl. If y'all don't know, just use your intuition as a human being. I could tell this happened to her. I feel so bad. You at a party. You don't even know anybody at this party. You only know one person, the person who's hosting the party. They invite you to the party. You drunk as hell. You can't go home. They say, okay, go upstairs. It'll be safe up there. Nobody's gonna bother you. You thinking, okay, it's safe. This guy's a big guy. He's pretty famous. He has security. Ain't nobody gonna hurt me. You taking a nap. You think you safe. You about to sleep this off. You about to have a good old little nap and then wake up and go home and eat dinner when you get home. And you wake up and you see this insect looking ass on top of you. You wake up, he's still on top of you, and he's telling you that, oh, this happened because you were in my bed. What? So you try to call the friend that invited you. He's not answering. Then this creature tells you that he left, which he did not leave. He just told you that as a lie because he don't want nobody to find out what happened. Then after that, he says, oh yeah, let's keep this a secret between us. Let's just pretend it didn't happen. So I can feel that she's traumatized. I don't think she's lying about anything. And let's be for real here. Kai just got famous. If you want to be really real, he just received a lot of recognition last year. So let's keep it a buck. Kai is not Kanye West. Let's keep it a buck. He is not no Kanye West. Ain't nobody just finna start lying on him for no reason. Okay? And I feel like Kai's response to this whole ordeal is disgusting. It don't matter how famous you are. It don't matter what you have. Period. You, at the end of the day, you are choosing fame over morals. And let me tell y'all something. Money and fame does not change a person. It only exacerbates and put a lot of those things that they used to do in private at the forefront. It only exacerbates their personality. It does not change who you are. It just makes you more of who you already were. And the reason how I know this story is accurate, because I don't watch Kai like that all the time. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big supporter. But of the lives that I have seen from him, it seems like Kai likes to play middleman a lot. Like he's always in the middle of something. And he's always trying to get himself out of it. Like he does not like being in the middle of situations, is what it seems like, right? Which is giving very much Aquarius behavior. Like, let's go see if he's an Aquarius. Let me go see. Oh, that's crazy. He is actually a Sagittarius. He's a Sagittarius. That's crazy. He has to have an Aquarius in his chart somewhere because it's given Aquarius. Let me go actually see. Okay, y'all, so he do have an Aquarius in his chart. I'm sorry, I just could not let that slip. Like, I be getting a feeling. But the way he has responded to the situation is very disgusting. I feel like, and let me just go based off my intuition, I personally feel like because Kai has just now received fame, like, you know, he just got his foot in the door of success. You know, he just got his award last year for #1 streamer of the year award, whatever. So I feel like right now Kai is being very precautious. He's being very paranoid that, oh my gosh, I'm at the top now. I'm at the top. Like, I can't let nobody destroy what I built for myself. You know, da-da-da. I feel like because he's in that, like, it's a poor person's mindset. I'm gonna just tell you that. Like, he's in the scarcity mindset of, like, I can't let my fame go away. I can't let this destroy my reputation, because he does not want to be involved in the situation at all, because he's so, like, paranoid. Even though nobody would even be coming for him if he would just acknowledge the fact that this happened at his house, that he has some role in this story. Because he doesn't want to be in the story at all, I feel like that's what's causing him to really, like, be so paranoid. Like, I don't know, it's just disgusting. Like, I feel like, now, do I feel like Kai knew that this was gonna happen and that he set her up? No, I personally don't believe that, but she had every right to think that in the beginning, because when she reached out to him, he wasn't responding. He wasn't trying to help identify who this was. Wouldn't that be suspicious behavior? Wouldn't you be like, that's a little weird. That's a little off-putting. You're not gonna, like, help me out? Are you with this person? So I feel like because Kai is so paranoid just because he has received some type of Twitch fame, this little Twitch fame that he has now, like, you're just at the tip of the iceberg. If you think that this is your peak, you're only in the beginning. You know what I mean? Because he's so paranoid, he's making himself look more suspicious than he already is. All he had to do was just acknowledge that, yes, that has been my friend for quite some time now. We've been friends since high school. 1. 2, just apologize on your own behalf and say, look, I didn't know that this was going to happen to you. I deeply apologize. This happened, especially that this happened with a friend that I know. You know, I knew him for a while. I never suspected him of being capable of doing anything like this. I am so sorry. If you want to take this to court, obviously, I completely agree with you. I will help you out. If you need anything, just ask me. I will help you. Because he is so paranoid about his success being taken away from him, and he's in the scarcity mindset, he's trying to distance himself from the situation as much as possible. Which is why when he went on live, and mind you, let's keep it a buck and let's keep it real. Kai went on live days after this girl came out, and it's only when people started to accuse him of being involved in this situation did Kai go out. Because people were starting to be like, Kai, you always go live to talk about a situation. You go live to talk about everything else. How come you're not going live to speak on this situation? And it was only after a couple of days did Kai respond and went on live. And he went on live and said a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, something that did not need to be said. He was defending himself when he didn't even need to defend himself. Because you did nothing, right? I just felt like Kai just needs to admit the role that he played. Even though he did not really play a role in this situation. It's the simple fact that this happened at your house, at your party, under your roof. Acknowledge that and be like, look, I don't agree with anything that he did. I sincerely hope you're doing okay. If you need any help with the case, let me know. And that would have been that. I'm pretty sure Jovi would have been like, you know what? I respect you for that. You know, thank you. She would have never been side-eyeing him. But because of the way he acted and he responded, she started side-eyeing him. And rightfully so, I would have done the same exact thing. I would have started side-eyeing him too, because this woman came to you about something that happened to her, and because of legality, this is a legal case. First of all, it's not legal. There's nothing legal about this. It's only legal when you take it to court. So the fact that he's that paranoid, it says a lot. But he's like, oh, this is a legal case. I'm taking this to the police. I don't want to be involved. Like, it's very much every man out for themselves. It's giving every man out for themselves. I want to wipe my hands clean of this. This has nothing to do with me. That's what he's giving. All right, so let's get on to Kai's live stream that he did like damn near days later after she came out about the situation, right? So Kai went on live and he basically said a whole lot of nothing. He was just like, yes, this happened at my house. First of all, I just want to say that she's saying that I'm her friend, Actually, I only met this girl on December 31st. When he decided to make that known, I just found that very disgusting. This is not about how long you knew this girl. It doesn't even matter if you knew her long or not. It's the fact that this happened to a human being. It don't even matter if it's your long-term friend or not. So he said he met her December 31st. So he didn't know her for that long because basically she went on live introducing Kai as her friend. Now, I'ma just say this. Kai doesn't need to, they don't need to know each other for that long for somebody to consider you a friend. You know, a friend to her could just mean somebody that you cool with. You know, so there's nothing wrong with her addressing Kai as her friend. Because this could have genuinely been someone who she thought she was cool with. But clearly Kai didn't think that way. Because when push came to shove, he basically said that they're not really friends like that. That, you know, she's calling me her friend, but we only knew each other since December 31st. Let's keep it a buck. It's basically what he came on live to say. Which, again, I think is very disgusting. This girl got R-word, and all you want to do is make it known that y'all haven't been friends that long. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Then he goes on to say that, his team reached out to her, blah, 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 blah. That's why he wasn't responding. Da, 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 da. He still doesn't explain in this live the fact that he still doesn't explain why he pretended not to know him. Because what Jovi said is that she sent you messages and photos and y'all was not trying to provide a name. You wasn't even trying to acknowledge that you knew this guy until she sent hardcore evidence of y'all in a photo together a while back. And that's when you decided to start talking? Very funny. Very funny. Not funny haha, funny weird. And then he basically says that when she reached out to him, he went to the creature and told him what she was saying, and that his friend was in complete shock, and he was in complete shock that about the things that she said and that this even happened. Let me tell you something. Would you go to a serial killer? Would a serial killer admit to killing people? Like, if you were a police officer and you went to a serial killer or a criminal on the loose, would they just willingly admit to the crimes that they committed? Like, what does him being shocked have to do with anything? If I just robbed the bank and somebody comes to me and say, hey, did you rob the bank? Am I going to be like, yeah? Or am I going to be like, what? No. I'm going to say no, because why would I want to admit to that? Something that I know is wrong morally that I did. So him being shocked has, I don't know what Kai said that for. Like, no shit, he would be acting like he doesn't know what happened. And so now Kai's kind of like, oh, well, I don't know who to believe. Like, I hate it. Oh, my God. Let me say this real quick before I end this video, before I close this out, because I'm just getting pissed as I talk about this situation. Let me say this real quick. I hate people that try to play middle ground on a situation that you cannot play middle ground on. This is very cut, clear, morally wrong, morally right. This is very morally wrong. There is no middle ground. There is no, I don't know who to believe. No. A girl came out to you and said she got assaulted by your friend. You tell your friend, hey, is this true? And he's just like, oh my God, I'm so shocked. And so now you don't know who to believe? Let's be fucking for real here. Why would he admit to doing something like that? Are you dumb? Why would he willingly say, oh yeah, like, I definitely did that? Really? So, I'm going to just close this video out, and I'm just leave this with a big message for Kai Cenat. Be humble. Humble yourself. This has nothing to do with being at the top, and now everybody's going to start trying to test you and coming for your spot. No, your friend fucked up. That's what happened. Your friend fucked all the way up. He did something so disgusting, and now you're involved in it. So if anything, you should not be mad at the fans. You should not be mad at this girl. Be mad at your fucking friend. Because he got you involved in something now. And now you're so paranoid because you finally made it at the top. You scared you're going to be taken down. You can't even come out and say, look, I'm sorry. I promised you. And let's get back on that. He promised this girl that she was going to be in a safe space upstairs in the bedroom. That nobody was going to bother her. And she had to wake up in the middle of the night of this happening to her. No, he's not to blame for the situation, but at least take some accountability and realize that you weren't involved in the situation instead of trying to distance yourself because you're so scared because you have fame now. Anyways, y'all, that's it for me. That's the end of the video. Tell me what y'all think about this situation. In my opinion, Kai's response is absolutely disgusting. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Comment down below what y'all think. Remember, y'all, be humble because your fame could be taken from you at any second. Peace.